Welcome back, Jon Gillin here with Silver Sound Guitar, coming to you once again from the Emerald Isle. And I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit today about how to make the most out of your lesson. One of the first things you're going to want to do is you're going to want to try to write down what you cover. Either write it down or, you know what, we've got the technology today. Take a short video. I do this with a lot of my students. Ask your teacher, be like, hey, can we just do a quick video recap? Put it on your phone, you've got it with you wherever you go. The other thing you can do too, of course, is just like record some audio, but I really prefer myself the video just because then you can see what your fingers are supposed to do and you get the audio with it as well. So it's the best of both worlds. But if you don't have that available to you at the moment, write it down, find some way to take whatever it is you worked on with you into your practice room. That's kind of the key. After that, once you're at a point where you are going to be practicing, the first thing to do is whatever it is you're supposed to be working on, start slow. Slow it down before you speed it up. We all have this tendency to try to play just as fast as we can possibly play whatever it is we want to play, but the fact of the matter is, take your time, slow it down, learn it right, and then gradually build up the speed. Now to build up your speed, of course, you're going to want to use I'm gonna have to say it, the metronome. Use the metronome, okay? Now, today, you could put that metronome on your phone, you can put it on your tablet, and if you've got GarageBand or any sort of drum programming thing, Apple Loops, just plug it in there, and you can jam to it, alright? If it's just an exercise, put it on there. If it's some scales, find a YouTube track and jam to a YouTube backing track. There's a lot of ways that we can still use a metronome, at least get yourself practicing with something that does keep steady beats. So if it's not the click, get some drums, get some Apple Loops, particularly if you've got GarageBand, you can slow it down, you can speed it up incrementally, which is really going to be the key. So if you're starting slow, the metronome is going to tell you where you're starting, nice and slow, and then you bump it up 1 beat, 2 beats, 4 beats at a time. And then the last thing that I just want to cover today is going to be listen. Really listen to what you're playing. It doesn't matter if it's a scale, if it's a song, if it's a riff, if it's chords, whatever it is, listen and make sure everything is sounding the way you want it to sound. Is it sounding muddled? Is there like a little hitch between your third finger and your fourth finger when you're playing a scale? Or maybe when you're descending a scale? Those sorts of things. Take it slow, and when you're playing it slow, listen for those things that don't quite line up. After that point, then you can start fixing those things. One day at a time, just be like, okay, hey, that finger now is in a better position than it was before. Those sorts of things will really help to move your playing forward. One of the things I love to do is I love to give students a solo and then really let them learn it and then really point out all the nuances. Pink Floyd solos are great for that. David Gilmour's great with those little nuances. Hendrix the same way. It's the vibrato that makes Hendrix Hendrix. So learn about some of those things. What does he mean by vibrato? What does that look like? I'll probably do a whole blog on just learning vibrato at some point as well. Anyway, those are just some key things, just a quick recap. Take notes, whatever that is. Whether it's with a pen and paper or with a video on your phone, take notes. Number 2, slow it down. Number 3, use a metronome or something akin to a metronome, a drum machine, Apple Loops, whatever you can get your hands on. And then lastly, listen, 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 listen. Did I mention take a listen to what you're playing? Don't just blaze through it. Anyway, I hope that helps you make the most out of your lessons. Shoot us an email, leave a comment in the comments section below, find us on Facebook and Twitter as well. And as you know, these are all up on our YouTube channel. Hope to see you guys soon.